276 million Pi coins just moved into a mysterious wallet while thousands of users are completely locked out of their accounts despite completing KYC verification. The Pi network community is in absolute chaos right now, and what I'm about to show you from this CCN investigation is going to blow your mind. What's up, Gold Rush family? I'm your host, Gold Rush, and welcome back to another high-energy episode of Gold Rush Crypto Daily, where we dive deep into the stories that matter most to our crypto community. Today, we're unpacking a massive Pi network scandal that's got millions of users absolutely furious, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one because the details are wild. Let's start with this explosive article from CCN that just dropped, and folks, this is not looking good for Pi network. According to this investigation, we're looking at what might be one of the biggest user access disasters in crypto history. The Horizon Upgrade disaster. So here's what's happening. Pi network rolled out something called the Horizon Upgrade back in May of 2025, promising complete decentralization and support for decentralized applications. Sounds great on paper, right? They're bragging about over 100 decentralized apps built on Pi and a $100 million ecosystem fund. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. As you can see in this article, over 12 million users have supposedly migrated to the mainnet, but according to CCN's analysis, the reality is a complete nightmare. Users who followed every official step, completed their KYC verification, secured their Pi wallets, followed the mainnet checklist to the letter, are finding themselves completely locked out with blank wallets and missing balances. And here's the kicker. The core Pi team is scrambling to fix these bugs before the next transition process on June 28, 2025. But guys, if you can't handle 12 million users without your system falling apart, how are you planning to handle mass adoption? The KYC Horror Stories. Now, let me read you some of the specific issues that are absolutely breaking my mind. According to this CCN report, users are dealing with missing balances, failed Know Your Customer processes, locked Pi, and app crashes. But wait, it gets worse. The article mentions that some users are waiting several weeks in the migration queue. Can you imagine? You've been tapping for years, you complete all the verification requirements, and then you're told to wait weeks just to access your own tokens? This is absolutely unacceptable. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the Pi network chaos, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe with notifications on because we're just getting started. The $276 million question. Now here's where this story takes a really dark turn, and this is the part that has the entire Pi community up in arms. According to the CCN investigation, there's a wallet ending in ODM that reportedly holds 276.56 million Pi, valued at about $179.7 million. Let me repeat that. One wallet holds almost $200 million worth of Pi, while regular users can't even access their own accounts. Some users believe this wallet is connected to the Pi Foundation, but here's the thing. The community is demanding answers and they're not getting them. The article mentions that some people are defending this move, saying the core team wants to protect Pi's community value and avoid cheap exchange pricing driven by speculation. But folks, transparency is everything in crypto, and when you have this kind of token concentration while your users are locked out, that's a massive red flag. The scam debate. Real issues versus bad actors. Now, Pi Network is trying to blame some of these issues on fraudsters and scams, and according to CCN, there are fake Pi wallet sites, phishing links, and cloned apps targeting desperate users. That's a real problem, and I always tell you guys to be extremely careful with your wallet passphrase. But here's what really gets me fired up. The article clearly states that not all problems are caused by bad actors. Many users who followed official steps and used only trusted tools still face locked wallets and broken migration status. So Pi Network, you can't just blame external scammers when your own internal systems are failing. That's not taking responsibility, that's deflecting. The tapping controversy. Here's something that really caught my attention in the CCN analysis. There's this ongoing debate in the Pi community about whether daily tapping actually constitutes real work. Some users are arguing that just tapping a button doesn't deserve rewards, while others say they've put in years of effort and deserve recognition. But you know what? The article mentions that many pioneers and app developers have put in long hours and technical effort building on the Pi ecosystem. So clearly, there are people doing real work here, which makes these access issues even more frustrating. The technical nightmare. According to CCN's investigation, Pi Network has published guidelines to help users fix common KYC errors, including an updated 2025 guide covering the top 10 most common verification issues. We're talking about mismatched names and blurry selfies to unsupported documents or denied camera access. But guys, if you need a top 10 list of common errors, that tells me your system is fundamentally broken. A good KYC system shouldn't have this many failure points. And here's something that should concern everyone. The article mentions that Pi Network's Immutable Design means there is no way to reverse transactions. So if something goes wrong, if you get scammed, if there's a system error, you're out of luck permanently. Market reality check. Now, while all this chaos is happening, CCN points out something really important. While all coins are trending upward in the crypto market, Pi continues to show limited reach. This is exactly what I've been warning about. While the broader crypto market is seeing growth, Pi Network is dealing with fundamental infrastructure problems that are preventing real adoption and utility. Don't forget to share this video with anyone you know who's involved with Pi Network. They need to see this analysis. What this means for the future. Look, I want to be fair here. The article does mention that day 2 of the migration is approaching, when the next group of eligible users will be allowed to complete their mainnet transfer. But here's my concern. If you can't handle the current migration smoothly, how are you going to handle the next wave? According to CCN, many users still await stable access, answers, and support. They fear they could be permanently locked out of the Pi network. That fear is completely justified based on what we're seeing. My take on the situation. Here's my honest opinion after diving deep into this CCN investigation. Pi Network is facing a credibility crisis. When you have millions of users locked out of their accounts, mysterious wallet movements involving hundreds of millions of dollars, and a blame game around system failures, that's not the foundation you want for a cryptocurrency project. The fact that they need multiple guidebooks just to help users navigate basic KYC processes tells me the user experience is fundamentally flawed. And the lack of transparency around that 276 million Pi wallet? That's exactly the kind of centralized behavior that crypto was designed to eliminate. If you found this analysis valuable, make sure to subscribe to Gold Rush Crypto Daily and hit that notification bell because I'll be following this story closely and bringing you updates as they develop. Also, drop a comment below and let me know, are you a Pi Network user? Have you experienced any of these KYC or wallet access issues? I read every single comment, and your experiences help me understand what's really happening in these projects. And if you want more deep dive crypto analysis like this, check out my recent video on Mention Another recent video, where I break down another project that's making headlines. Remember folks, stories like this remind us why due diligence is so important in crypto. Don't just follow the hype. Look at the fundamentals, the technology, and how projects treat their communities. Before I sign off, remember that this is not financial advice. I'm sharing this information for educational purposes only. Always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Thanks for watching Gold Rush Crypto Daily. If this video helped you understand the Pi Network situation better, give it a thumbs up, share it with your crypto friends, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll continue uncovering the truth behind the biggest stories in crypto. Stay golden, crypto family.